This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Oh, here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to track it. The entrance for Cactus Jack.
A super quick match set for one fall with TV time remaining. Introducing first from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, weighing 303 pounds, Cactus Jack.
Tony, I'm not trying to say this to be funny. I really do believe this might be one of the best hours of WCW TV ever.
Well, talent-wise, you can't argue with it, can you?
I'm just saying it was a fun and easy show to get through too. Like, you know, they told some stories. They got some talent over. We had a couple of competitive matches. We started some new angles, and now we're fixing to blow it off with something that's so memorable. Really a phenomenal hour of wrestling. Home run.
Absolutely home run. How about that? That's science. Pretty cool.
And ladies and gentlemen,
good
here
stuff,
it is.
buddy.
Track it.
He's from the Rocky Mountains. He weighs 450 pounds. The current WCW World Heavyweight Champion, Big Ben Vader.
Doesn't seem to be as irate as he was at the end of the program last week.
Such a cool look. I mean, he looks like a big, giant, you know, menacing bully. And that's because, well, he is.
That's what he was.
And how about in the ring, Cactus Jack, scoop slam on Harley Race.
Here we go, man. The anticipation is tremendous.
Well, because we know what's coming.
Right. Yeah. It makes it even better.
Man, look at that. He's really laying that shit in.
Yes, of course he is.
Oh,
Yeah, you had to with Vader because you know Vader was going to lay it in.
Vader's not here to fuck around.
He never was.
On a Wednesday night. Oh, that tinsel I know is very distracting for you. You've recently talked about tinsel takes you out of the moment. You hate Christmas tinsel. I
hate Christmas tinsel completely.
Let's get a little shot of the backstage area. And surprisingly, Bischoff is not there in catering.
Oh, and look closely, see if you see a rat, because a lot of rats, the real kind, and centers. Oh, look at this.
2-legged or 4-legged?
4.
Oh. Rats are part of wrestling though.
Yeah.
How about this? Dang.
All right. That was another one.
That was like the low key Friday the 13th noise you just made there.
Really? I never did see Friday the 13th.
You never saw any of the Jason movies?
No, I'm not a horror movie guy.
But you saw all the shit with people flying around in fucking spapeships and spreading their fingers.
Yeah, because that's humanity.
It's make believe.
No, that's where we're going to be in years. Do you know that some of the great inventions that we have are because of what was first introduced on Star Trek?
Hey, do you realize that when you were watching that stupid shit back in 1980, you convinced yourself by 2020 we'd have flying cars, and here we are doing tutorials on how to wash your fucking hands.
Yeah. Well, at least we're healthy.
Yeah. Well, you thought we'd have flying cars. We hadn't figured out we can't eat fucking bats yet.
We got drones. We got Vanguard 1.
Oh man. Look at that elbow. I know there's a pad there, but still, can you imagine the weight on that hip? There's only so much out of alignment that shit can be. BMW can't fix that shit.
Boy, you just don't get over shit, do you? You carry that shit to your grave.
What are you talking about?
6-man belts and Dave Silva driving a BMW.
I didn't even bring up the fact that Dave Silva ruined one of my rims. I also didn't bring up the fact that he uploaded the wrong show on JR's feed recently. Got me 1,400 tweets in an hour for something I don't even have.
But you know what? You better jerk a knot in that feller. You brought him over to Huntsville for a reason, and that's to do the work.
Well, it ain't
not to half-ass it, do the work.
You need to have a talk. You need to have a daddy talk with him.
Okay.
Have a Tony intervention.
Okay. Tony intervention.
Tell him if he don't get his shit together, he's going to be known as Jobber Silva. And as you know, putting Jobber in place of your first name and still using your last name That's fighting words.
Speaking of fighting, look at this. Man, those forearm shots that Vader used to do like punches were legit, man. Oh, we got to take a break on TBS. Now we're back.
I really wish I had a pair of those Cactus Jack boots.
Really?
I think that would be like the coolest Cactus Jack collectible.
Did you ever ask him where you could pick them up?
Nope. I think it'd be the second coolest thing. The first coolest thing would be the ear.
Or the tooth that went through his nose. That'd be a good one too.
Dude, that would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And what I would do is I would frame it in a shadow box, and underneath it would be like a little, like a silver plate, and it would say, "Good God Almighty." Here he comes. Oh, right in the ding dong. Vader jumping on your ding dong, probably not the best thing that's ever happened to your ding dong.
No. It's not good.
Oh, by the way, I want to mention before we get too far into the meat of this, Jody Hamilton, your close personal friend from many years ago. Can you believe he's still alive? He's 81 years old.
Yeah, I can believe he's still alive.
It's written.
Joey's too mean to die.
It's on Wikipedia. On January 22nd, 2010, Hamilton settled with WWE out of court. His attorney claimed that WWE fraudulently contrived a reason to end the agreement without giving the 90 days notice that was required in the contract. The suit also claimed that WWE illegally entered the Deep South building in McDonough, Georgia, and took property that belonged to Hamilton. It also claims that WWE Executive Vice President of Talent Relations, John Laurinaitis, warned that any wrestlers who continued to work with Deep South or Hamilton would never work in the wrestling business ever again. Two unnamed professional wrestlers who were under WWE contract at the time confirmed Hamilton's claims that Laurinaitis made the threatening speech. WWE attempted to get the lawsuit dismissed before it went to trial, but were not successful. The settlement was not disclosed. Oh, a big boot from Big Van Vader there. So more evidence that Tony, you might've made the right call, not accepting Bruce's and Stanford's advances to go back to the WWF.
Well, I think in light of what's going on today, I would agree. I would be unemployed right now, I think. Just a thought. And I'm very gainfully employed thanks to you, and obviously thanks to Tony Khan.
Well, it's thanks to Tony Khan. I mean, you're doing all right with this podcast money, but that sweet Tony Khan money got you a Ford Explorer. Brand new, fully loaded. I heard you got leather seats in that motherfucker.
Well, yeah.
That's what I heard. I heard you got automatic windows.
Yeah, I do.
I heard you got automatic locks.
How about that?
I heard that some bitch has cruise control.
I'll tell you something else. Okay.
Satellite radio.
Okay. Yeah. And here's something else that Star Trek brought us.
Oh God.
I can start the car sitting in my bedroom. Just punch a button on my phone.
Let me just tell you, General Motors had that 38 years ago. You just click lock 3 times and the motherfucker cranks.
Well, guess what? Star Trek was 50 years ago. So yeah, General Motors got it from them. So there.
So wait a minute. If you pretend to have something, then you innovated it?
Yeah.
Cause you innovated big dicks then, cause you've been pretending to have that for a long time.
Let's get to the match here. Can we please?
I'm trying. You keep talking about fucking stupid ass Star Trek.
Okay. No, here we go. Look at this. The Vader bomb.
Vader bomb. You ever hit Lois with one of those?
No.
A Tony bomb?
No.
Well, it's a good thing, because we saw last week, if you do that to a woman, she might accidentally go into labor and give birth to a hand.
That's right. I wouldn't want that to happen at this house. Neither. And also, I don't think I can climb up that high.
Besides children, what's the weirdest thing you ever found up in Lois there?
He moved.
Never find a prosthetic in there?
No, but it takes a lot of looking.
Hey, let me mention, I've got a little Tony Schiavone action figure. Maybe I could send that over and y'all could do some fun stuff with it.
Stop yourself.
No, photo shoots.
Did you ever go back and just listen to yourself here?
No, I've never listened to one of our shows ever.
How silly ass you can be.
I'm trying to entertain you, Tony.
Well, you are. Oh, here we go.
Oh man, over the top. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't do it anymore. I've got to track it.
We started on the floor, and I guess it'll end on the floor, Tony. Why would we? Whoa!
Yeah, why would you think anything different, right?
What strength by Cactus. He picks up the 450-pound Vader, slams him on the floor.
Well, security moving the safety rail away. because you never know what's going to happen here. Bodies are clearing out right here at ringside.
Referee's holding race off.
Oh! He tried his maneuver, his somersault.
And he missed.
Harley has peeled back the mats now after that big bump on the mats. The somersault missed, and now Harley is pointing to the concrete.
A minute.
Race is telling Vader something. That's the concrete, Tony. Race has removed the mats.
If he power bombs him here, Chesley, he'll kill him. Whoa, no! Oh!
He power bombed him on the cement, Tony.
He's not moving.
Good God.
He's not going to get up. He can count all day. He's not. Power bombed him on the cement. You see, his eyes are open. This match is over.
We got a major problem here, Tony.
We really do. We have to go to a break. The referee over Cactus Jack fans will be back.
By the way, you know that the shit's serious when you saw Cactus' legs were still crossed.
Mm-hmm. And you could see Randy Anderson's face. It said it all. He looked up like, oh, help us out here. Now, of course, you know, because we've been, it took him a long time to move him, to get that neck brace on and everything, because this was a serious injury. But of course, you know, we were in a commercial break. So
how about that guy had an airbrushed hat that said Mr. Bang Bang on it?
wow.
I think you need that for your next trip to Panama City, Florida. Especially if you take Lois, because that's going to be your nickname all weekend long. Dude, this is a serious situation here. And I got to tell you, watching the replay back, it doesn't look nearly as brutal as you imagine, but people said the same thing about Dale Earnhardt's crash. It's like, well, we've seen more spectacular crashes, but you never know, like, what's the one that's going to do too much? Like, your body is unpredictable and it shouldn't be put in these situations. And when it happens, nobody can really predict what's too much and where the line is. And it did look like Vader was trying to take care of him, but oof.
Well, again, the head just snapped back.
Right.
I think the brunt of the power bomb hit on the back like it should have, but when that head snapped back, bam, that's where the concussion happened.
This is before we knew really nearly anything like we do right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Before CTE and protocol and all that.
Yeah. We just know so much more now about head trauma. It wasn't even on our radar back then. Not like it is now. This is a serious situation. Let's just lay out for a minute and track it.
Gentlemen, you see in the black shirt is the trainer that Turner Broadcasting has assigned to help the athletes with their injuries. But there's nothing much he can do right now. They're going to lift him up.
They're going to move him, Tony. I'm going to go give him a hand.
All right, let's see if we can clear away some of these guys here. Fans, I'm sorry to end the program. Hold on.
Man, look at the look on the fans' faces. And I thought it was a fitting touch that you and Jesse just take the headsets off and say, we're sorry to end the show like this. And there's still several minutes of this, but you're just hearing the guys work on Cactus.
One of the scariest moments that I was ever a part of. So
the plan, as far as you knew, was they were going to stretcher him out, but it went from sort of a working stretcher job to a shoot one, huh?
Right, because you can always tell when they take their time. And again, in TV time, it was a 2.5 minute commercial break, but we're talking about fans sitting around about 20 minutes of this stuff.
Right.
So yeah, you knew because of the time that they were taking that this was serious.
And all the boys are out there in street clothes, and you can see the looks on the fans' faces like, hey, this is not part of the show. And by the way, that's Grizzly Smith right there. Jake Roberts' dad.
Yeah, sure is. Grizzly.
Man, what a shot as they're unhooking Oh man. See Jesse Ventura helping him into the ambulance here.
Yeah, the fear there was real. I mean, the fear there was that he broke his neck because we had heard that, that sickening thud. And got to give production a lot of credit too. They had some very good shots of the faces of them taking his bag down off the.
It's shot like a movie.
Yeah.
But we know that some of that was supposed to be because it was the plan, but they're not going to, down the road to the Marriott to drop him off and do some shots. He's really going to the hospital here.
Yes, he is. He's going to Grady.
The next time we would see him would be the infamous, Lost in Cleveland skits.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty remarkable story that you guys are telling here. A really special edition of WCW Saturday Night. And, I, for one, am glad we got to go cover it and relive it. We should remind you that we've covered the payoff when he would come back and face Vader at, Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal. Lots of, fun stuff available for you in the archives, and stay tuned. We've got more remarkable stuff coming, including some incredible bonus shows that we've got planned, Tony. We should mention our May bonus show at adfreeshows.com is going to be the Boneyard and Firefly Funhouse match from WrestleMania 36. In June, we're going to revisit TNA's Victory Road 2011. That is the infamous Jeff Hardy situation. We've also got some really fun stuff from 1987 from World Championship Wrestling on the July bonus. That'll be when Flair goes on a date with Jimmy Garvin by accident. In August, we'll do the Hardcore Justice, the 2010 pay-per-view from TNA. It's TNA's ECW reunion. Something very, very special in September. I won't spoil. Maybe even more fun in October. I can't spoil. And then Starrcade 86. It's our tradition here. We're going to go ahead and bring that one to you as a bonus show. We'll be doing that one in November. Lots of fun stuff coming your way at adfreeshows.com. And of course, everything we post on adfreeshows.com with Tony will also appear at patreon.com/WHW Monday, which I understand last week you posted a very special little piece of business with you and Lois.
Mm-hmm. Sure did. And we got some more stuff coming up. Some more special stuff coming up on Patreon as well. That is Patreon.com/WHW Monday. We do a lot of funny things. And for our longtime patrons, I believe that very, very soon, Kilner Zadumas is going to make another return.
Looking forward to that. If you haven't already, throw it in your machine. It's patreon.com/WHW Monday. And don't forget, that is the Patreon where we do the low-key Big Hog get-togethers. And we're still hoping that we can bring that one to you at the end of July. But stay tuned. It's a very fluid situation with everything that's going on in the world, but we hope that this was a fun distraction for you this week. Stay tuned next week, and every week, but next week is really special. We've teased it for what feels like a year. Backlash 2006, the McMahons take on Shawn Michaels and God. And on that note, Tony, it feels like it's about that time.
Thank you very much, Conrad Thompson. The main event this week is Dave Silva, or Jobber Silver, if you will, against Fat-Ass Matt Coon. And the two men roll out of the ring. Oh, my God. Conrad Thompson runs out of the stands. He pulls back the mat. And Dave Silva, he's hoisting up Fat-Ass Coon. And, whoa, he powerbombed him on the concrete. Did you hear that sickening thud? We're going to try to bring the We're going to try to bring the rescue squad out. Try to bring the EMTs out, but they're telling us that there's no way they can pick him up. They're going to have to get a crane. Hold on. First of all, the forklift. Fans, we are out of time. We'll see you next week on What Happened When. As always, Wednesdays, we are on Westwood One. Mondays, we're with our fans on
Patreon. That's patreon.com/WHW Monday. Sign up now. You'll be glad you did.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.